Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It is Sunday the 4th of February and we are going to be playing the no move and no moving pen or zooming games today. I have practiced quite a bit of these modes lately on ACW since that is also the map that these competitive duels are on. And I've been doing decently. I'm not the greatest at these modes, but yeah, and I expect my rating to go down quite a bit. But we're just going to alternate between the two game modes in this video. But let's stop rambling and let's get into game number one. Alright, we're up against someone from Denmark in the first NMPZ duel that I will ever play. Here goes. I'm gonna embarrass myself so much. This just looks like the UK to me. I'm not really sure how far north with this kind of sandstone and these white houses. Could be like the island of Ireland or Northern Ireland as well. I'm just gonna hedge it somewhere here. Feels pretty northern to me. White houses making me think it's more so Ireland, but it was very far north in Scotland, Forsnard. It's a pretty decent start. They go France, pick up 1200 points. Round number 2 is gonna be Japan, and it looks pretty kind of barren. I'm not too good with the pole tops and such. Got a lot of black roofs. I think I'm just gonna send... I'm gonna send Fukui. At first I thought it was further north. That's not too bad of a guess. It was Toyama. At first with the open field out here I thought it was further north. But then the vegetation and such didn't really match that. We're heading on to round 3, which is just Singapore. I've got my map like slightly smaller than I usually have it the biggest size possible, but I made it slightly smaller so I can still see the round whilst I'm making my guess. It's gonna make scanning a bit harder, of course. Round number 4 looks like Canada. I'm not gonna be able... That's a US bollard, I think. Isn't that black circle, isn't that like Manitoba, Alberta? Could it be Alberta? No, it was Manitoba. At first I thought it was Alberta, but then I was thinking like, I've seen those in Manitoba. And again, my screen's pretty small and the microphone's in front of my screen, just on my desk. So it's gonna be pretty difficult for me to like see things up close. Well, at first I thought this was Ghana, but I think it's Curacao. Just gotta make sure. Yeah, I think it's just Curacao. And if I'm wrong, that's gonna be pretty bad, but I've got the big blur. It is Curacao, just in Willemstad. Still no damage taken, but one bait round, one very hard round on double damage, and it's it could be over. We're somewhere in Italy. Vegetation doesn't feel too far south. Could be pretty far north. I'm just gonna hedge Florence, and it was very far north. First instinct was to go near the Alps, but still we pick up 1,000 points instead of the 2,000 we could have. 2.5 times damage, double white road lines. Driving on the right, we've got the slab. This hill is confusing me, but with that slab, I'd say it's Czechia still, or Slovakia. I'm sorry if me picking up the microphone makes a lot of noise, but sometimes I gotta move it out of the way just to see what is going on in the round. I see double yellow row lines and I'm instantly not happy. Got the black back of the sign. It's gonna be Brazil. Don't know about this, I think it's a brake light. Kind of dry hills, but they're not as you'd expect in like Espírito Santo popping out. I think it's Minas Gerais, maybe even Bahia. I think I gotta hedge it there. Wow, what a crazy guess by them. 33 away. Almost knock us out with that one round. Alright, 3.5 times damage. We have kind of a Baltic slash Russian pull top. No, it's It's Romania, actually. Could be anywhere, to be honest. It's not in the mountains, but it could be like northwest, could be northeast. It's just near Cluj. Yeah, NMPZ is incredibly scary because they're 1300 rated, but with that one guess, they just completely turned this game around, and we're just on some random bridge now. I think it's Chile. Ooh, I actually can't tell. I think the sun's north. I think that's a Chilean sign. Yeah, and they win. Wow. That's game number 1 of the NMPZ Duels. And just like that, I think we're at 31 rating, 25 rating down. First loss as well. That's tough. That's tough. I said it was going to alternate, but I accidentally clicked play again. So here we go with game number 2. I'm actually pretty happy that I got the country right every single time, I think, if I'm not mistaken. My region guesses weren't too bad, but the Brazil round and then those high multipliers. It's inevitable. Sometimes you win those, sometimes you lose them. Alright, pretty standard UAE with the black and white striped poles, generation 3. Round number 2, we've got double yellows here, but I actually think that's just a glitch, yeah. Pretty sure it's Guatemala. We're facing a 1200 rated player, but the 1300 rated player we just played also got pretty much every single round spot on. It's just somewhere in the US on the plains. I don't know if those are trees or hills. And unfortunately, I can't see if we have front plates or not. I'm thinking Kansas, maybe. The buildings. What kind of vibe are they giving me? I think it's a good hedge anyway. I think I'm just gonna go there. Wow, it was Alabama. If only we were closer to the truck, I may have been able to spot the Alabama plate. Our number 4 is looking like Malaysia. We're driving left, double white. Black and white poles. We've got the black sticker as well, but it's Gen 4, so it's going to be mainland anyway. I think this is pretty far north. This could even be Perlis. I'm just going to send it northern Perak. And it wasn't a Gary Semblon. Okay. Region guessing Malaysia and NMPZ is not for everyone. 1.5 times damage. Got pretty thin trees. They're like rubber trees or something. As a hedge, because it isn't super hilly and we don't have a lot of palms, I think I gotta go here in case it's like Western Kalimantan or something. At first I thought maybe Java, but we don't have tiled roofs. Could it ever be Lesser Sundas? Potentially. It was Sulawesi. Like the only thing I didn't mention, and the water hedge works out. Maybe I should have guessed sooner and they would have missed the country. Double damage now. And it's Japan. They are Japanese, but I was gonna say I'd be surprised if they get anything from this round, but I actually wouldn't. I still think they could get a pretty decent region guess here. We've got like pines, but in Japan you're very often pretty high up as well. I think it's Tohoku, I don't know where I guess there. It's Hokkaido even. First time we actually deal a bit of damage in this game. A good piece of damage, and now it's we're back in the US. 2.5 times multi. We've got front plates. I mean, the houses look pretty northern and we have front plates. The issue is that I don't see any elevation, which would send me further northeast. So right now I'm thinking like Lake Michigan area. And there's not really a lot to go off of. I can't like see the plates. I think I gotta hedge Michigan. South Dakota. Okay, that's another 880 points we lose. Triple white road lines, potentially Spain, I thought. Pretty sure it is Spain. It's looking a bit inland. Not too sure where though. I'm very bad at the Catalan region. This was just Extremadura. They're chipping away at our health. Now with 3.5 times damage. We've got bad cam in. Well, I think it's actually India. This bridge feels Indian. Wow, what a guess. And we back-to-back losses. Almost below 1500 rating. Tough luck, tough luck. Oh, here we go. This is southern. Is it New Zealand or is it Chile? Feels much more like a Chilean pole, and I feel like the wooden. I gotta go Chile, surely. They're also in Chile, but quite a bit closer. They're Australian, so let's hope we don't get any Australia rounds. Round number 2 is gonna be Spain again. Gonna send Castilla-La Mancha. It's just Extremadura again. Round number 3. Sun's in the south, so I assume it's Canada. I wasn't sure with the endings here. I still think it's Canada over the US. It doesn't feel like Drumheller area, it feels more like Sask area. I could easily see it being like North Dakota or something, but it was Sask. Near Moose Jaw. Decent guess. Pretty even on health now. Number 4 looks like Switzerland with the low cam. Big pointy mountains are to the north. So I'll just guess in the middle in case it's the German part. Which it turned out to be. Onto multipliers again. And it hasn't been going too well, has it? So we have to do something. This is not an easy round. I think it's further south than you would initially think. I don't think we have front plates. The lines are pretty wide. We have reflectors as well. Don't be like north or something. It was Texas even. I don't know how everyone's so good at NMPZ. I don't know how they do it. But I couldn't see front plates on that car, so. Yellow sign. Why is the sign yellow? I think I might actually lose her already. Because the lines feel Italian, but why is there a yellow sign? It was Italy. It was Italy. And I guessed in Italy, and we're doing 2000 damage, but I should have fully trusted myself. 2.5 times damage now. I think it's Bolivia with this pavement, so then it's probably Cochabamba region. I mean, the sun's more to the north and to the south. So I think it is Bolivia. It's down near Sucre. We actually could have almost knocked him out in that round. Slightly gained or taken the lead, but triple damage again. These multipliers are insane. This is just Uruguay. Guess slightly south. They guess a bit more south than we did. Alright, 3.5 times damage. That is a huge mountain. Sun's to the north. Is this Indo? What is that mountain? That is not good. This is not good. Is it like this? Or is it Evernooses? Either way, if I get it wrong, it's game. I'm gonna send there and pray it's not nooses. Great guess. Good guess. 1 over. Finally we get a win. I feel like my guesses have been much better than they were when I was practicing. And since we've played 3 NMPZ duels, let's just play the 5 of these first. Have I missed the country in any of these 3 games? Maybe once, I'm not sure. But I remember when practicing I get the country wrong like every 5th round. So it's definitely going much better than I expected it to, but the results are just slightly disappointing with the 2 losses in the first 2 games. Game number 4 of the NMPZ games is against GeoNoob, but they're 1300 rated, so I don't think they're actually going to be that bad. It's Gen 4 driving south. Gen 4 driving southeast. I don't think it's going to be possible on this road then, because this drives, unless we're like on a stretch like this, which would be very, very baity. But it doesn't necessarily feel like Alberta, because I know this road goes south, but I don't think it's this hilly. And oh, wait, that might be Gen 3. What's the road I'm thinking of? I'm not sure. The trees do feel very northern. So I kind of do want to try this, but that's such a short stretch of road that it could be. I don't feel confident going there. I think maybe like the mountains start there and they're going out east, going out west there, so maybe we are actually close to this this goes north, up, and then down in Gen 4. It could be here, you know. Don't be the Quebec road, just don't be there. Okay, good. Good. What's the 97? I didn't actually click on it, but it's fine. Could have 5k'd accidentally. Round 2 is going to be South Korea. I've got quite a lot of plantations going on. I feel like with this formation, we might have ocean closer by to the east. And that was completely wrong. Just outside of Asan. If only we had a 041 phone code. Round number 3 is the first Thailand, I think, of the day. Am I saying that right? Or is it Philippines? It's actually the Philippines. Got long plate there. I think that's a northern tuk-tuk. Round paw as well. So I feel like I gotta go a bit further north. But it was Sorsogon. Round number 4. South Africa, I think. Yeah, Gen 4. Got the long grass. It's probably just going to be somewhere in the middle of the country. It feels kind of dry though. It's not the best road. Probably just some white road out here. I hope it's not something crazy. Southwest or something. Good guess again. I mean, I really am doing pretty decently. I just need to provide the end product. This is Italy. I can never see, it's impossible to make out anything from those signs. Architecture is pretty mid. I mean, I've got kind of... It could be the Alps. I'm just gonna send here as a hedge. It was the Alps. I could have won, I think. 15 times 25 is... No, I couldn't have won. Double damage, short antenna, yellow sign. Narrow grey road, probably Slovenia. Only thing that's worrying me is, could it be Poland? But what is that yellow sign doing? I don't think it is Poland with a roof like this. Gonna send Slovenia. And it was Slovenia. Okay, we win game number 4 as well. I get the Sweden guess, the yellow sign, of course. It's just the narrow road, and that's not a bollard I've ever seen in Sweden. So luckily we got the country right again. I mean, the country streak is going pretty well, isn't it? I might accidentally set a world record until I go Canada on US here, or US on Canada. I've got no idea though. It just feels anywhere here. I don't get the poll. That is crazy. They had a much better region guess than I did. Probably missed some half southern pines there. Is this the road going up to Yakutsk? I think it might be. Might be a repeat from one of my earlier videos. And where was that one again? It's not the Bolshoi Nimny one. I don't think it's the Ulu one. Can I see any mountains? Might be like the one with the off-road, which I accidentally 5k'd. And I hope it's not like west of Baikal. It's out here. But I think it's the... it was Baikal. Maybe it was a bit too... I mean, the road leading up to Yakutsk has often, like, more rainy coverage. This feels like... I was gonna say north. Is it actually north? No multipliers yet, so at least that's good. I feel like with these trees and the hills are not that high. Gotta actually go south. Still gonna hedge it, just in case. And it was just middle. Kinda makes sense. Number 4, I think it's just Colombia. Got a yellow plate. I can't really read anything that could be useful, so I'm just gonna send somewhere slightly south of Bogota. And it was just somewhere in the Andes. Onto the multipliers. This looks like the Ukraine, potentially. It is, and it's also a repeat. Can I remember where this was? can't. I don't know if it was like up here. I don't know. I can't remember. Pochaev. That was it. If you turn around, there's a Pochaev sign on the right of the road. Maybe I'll remember it the third time. This is... Well, I guess this is Belgium. Has to be Wallonia then. Because this looks nothing like the Netherlands. I think that's a Belgian pole. It's very close on the French border. Alright, let's actually start dealing some damage now, hopefully. 2.5 times multiplier. Somewhere in the UK. Again, we've got like white buildings. Bit of that sandstone-ish. I'm probably going to send southern Scotland for that reason. It was northern England. But still a decent region guess. Didn't feel... this time it didn't like actually feel all the way up north. Triple damage, and this looks like a scary round. I can't make out that pole top. This is bad. I don't know if it's like Central or East Java or Sulawesi. I can't see the pole top. I'm gonna hedge. Okay, good. It was Central Java. I'm not gonna win there, but that pole top was, or at least I couldn't see if there was a bar below the other bar. I hate these rounds. One, because I don't know the trackers. I'm gonna send... Was it the game against GeoGuessr that... I think it was Pamute with the tracker. I'm gonna have to hedge somewhere near there. And it was out east, Tasselak. Pretty sure that's a quad coverage. That is a very, very bold guess by them. Because it was, if it was anywhere along that west coast where I was, then it probably would have been game. We're heading to Latvia to the northeast. Cool walk. I don't know the exact place. I'm just gonna scan a few places. If I can't find it, then probably just stay around where I am. Could actually be that, no. Because we have another off-road. I'm gonna keep it slightly east. How do I keep doing this? How does this keep happening? That's crazy. No way. Gen 2. With those mountains, I'm pretty sure it has to be Yukon or BC. But this is not the kind of round I want to get. The mountains are to the north. What's the place I'm trying... It's not Prince George. That's like pretty... With Gen 2, I feel like Yukon's more likely. But this is not a good round to get. We're like completely north to south. And the mountains are to the northeast. That could work. I kind of like it, but I'm scared that this is just going to be... I'm scared that this is somehow just like middle BC. Is it ever Alberta? Could be. Could be. Could be. This could be bad. This could be good. It could be really bad. Yeah, I feel like you just gotta get around like this on a repeat or something. And I think it's just, again, the Gen 2 making me think it's much further north than it actually is. But that sees us losing 3 out of 5 no moving penning or zooming games. And I think I got the country right 99% of the time. on every round. And that's a pretty interesting game, isn't it? Up against BLINKY. I feel like this might not be my season, unfortunately. Alright, here we go. Mountains to the south. We're somewhere near Caucasus. Which town is it going to be? BLINKY has probably already found it. Wouldn't be surprised. Alligear. Nalchik didn't line up, but I sent there anyway because it was just in the middle. Anyhow, round number 2 is another Russia round. Gem 4 again. I don't see a red car. Is it Yakutsk? I'm gonna do it. It's probably just somewhere west. It was Yakutsk, okay. I think Yakutsk doesn't have red car, no. This is all white car, and then up there it's no car, I think. Good that I at least survived the Russia rounds with minimal damage. 2 points taken. So has BLINKY. Just somewhere in Taiwan. I was gonna say it's probably all the way up north with how often you get locks in this park. Number 4, double yellows in the middle. Probably just the US. Will be the US. Plate's completely blurred. Yeah, nothing particular here. Nothing really to go off. It's kind of hilly. We've got those no passing signs. I'm just gonna send somewhere down here. I feel like those are... I might be making that up, but just from my own experience, I feel like those signs are much more so in the plains here. And it were those plains. Yeah, I feel like it's just this part, but it felt way too hilly. Minnesota Hills, 1.5 times damage. Probably Bulgaria. Tiled roof. We don't have an antenna. Is it Bulgaria? Gotta send Bulgaria. I considered it. With the bin and the stop sign at the end, looked like it might not say stop. Painful. Australia, this is 1000% Queensland. But how far north? Let's just go outside Cairns. Townsville. It's Balola again. BLINKY, our guesses have been pretty similar, apart from maybe the Taiwan and the well, the Turkey one just now. But there's a chance, perhaps. Who knows? A very nice guess from BLINKY. Triple damage, English language. Although the signs look Spanish. Ibiza. Ibiza. Do we trust that? Big mountain to the east. It says Carrer, so why not? Why not? Makes sense with the English as well. If only I had been to Ibiza in my life before. Inertiapup. It's just a mountain to the southeast that is potentially not going to work. Might be bait, might just be Catalonia. It was the other town. didn't even look at it. Makes a lot of sense. Very nice guess from BLINKY. 3.5 times damage. I think it's Russia again. And now this is the road up to Yakutsk. We're driving south, so I think that is... Wait, is this just... Is this just the same lock, but then in a slightly different place? BLINKY, of course, very, very quick with 5K'ing things. And I am not so much. Where's the Ulu place again? Oh, it actually might be that. Nice, okay. Yeah, I was pretty certain that I had that round before. And I don't know how I skipped past Ulu when I was moving up. That's a 5K and a lot of damage, so that's pretty good. Wait, why did I think I was playing NMPZ just now? Bro, the nerves are starting to get to me. I've just got 2 plates. That might be a metal plate, but does that make sense? As it's the top one. That... Oh, that's a... that's just like a Kansai guy wire, I think. So with the potential... Yeah. I think it's either metal or we have a Chubu plate. So I'm just going to send somewhere near Tokyo. 62. That might be very worrying. 64. Guys, I'm not good. I'm not good with those. But that would mean it's out here, right? Because 6 is our Osaka. But I thought it was Tokyo. Okay, good thing I followed the phone codes in the end. That could have been like 2,500 damage. Okay, I'm expecting a BLINKY 5K here. It's Jordan, near the mountains to the east. We're on a non-divided highway. I always keep forgetting which ones are divided and which ones are not. Pretty sure the 47's divided. So I think we're probably going to be on the 65 then, if the mountains are to the east. And this just bends straight south, and that bends straight north. So let's work our way up. I don't exactly know how this is pinpointable, unless there's a an off-road that I'm missing. Could be there. Is that too risky? Maybe. Let's look if there's anything else. Unless this is supposed to be an off-road or something, I'm not sure. But this is not it, I think, because it says there's a fire station. There's a town there. That doesn't line up, it doesn't line up. It's either this or where I am now. And I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna risk it for once. And it was the other one. Okay, very nice. Could have 5K'd again, but well, we did, but we didn't send there. I'll just see it in that positive way. And this is not good. This is not good. Blink is gonna know the car, probably. I'm thinking Peru. I'm still thinking Peru. Especially now with that stone wall. Other thing I was considering was possibly Argentina. But I think it's Peru. And why do we have so much like yellow grass? Is that supposed to mean that we're closer to Titicaca again? And then I send Ayacucho somewhere further south, and then it turns out to be Cajamarca this time, and I lose. I could see Ayacucho Mountains. Please, please, please. Okay, good, good. We're staying in. We're somehow dealing a lot of damage to BLINKY as well. Back in Japan. That's not a Kyushu plate. That's annoying. Is that metal? Maybe. That is not a Kyushu plate at the bottom, so... We don't have guy wires either, and I don't know pull tops. We have like the tuning fork thing that you might know. We've got like the squares as well. This could be game. I'm probably gonna send between Nagoya and Tokyo, because I don't see anything particular. We don't have a lot of black or red roofs. I think the plate might just be metal. Don't see any phone codes. It's not Hokkaido, it's not Kyushu, it's not Tohoku. But it's not Chubu. I should have just sent Tokyo. We're still in. We're still in. We are still in, and this is Baltics. Yeah. It's Lithuania. Prekybos Centras. Let's look for Prekybos. Could be a town, could just be a could be like a downtown thing. I'm just scared Blinky is gonna find this pretty quickly, because he's the king of scanning. That's a worrying sign, because I haven't found it. I'm not seeing it as a town. I'm not seeing it as a could be Xiaolai. For all I know, it was Klaipeda. No idea how he found it, but what an amazing game. And a game like this is one that I really, really don't mind losing, because Blinky is obviously insane, and in my opinion, I played quite well. We're up against Rasu, someone I know, or if... Well, someone who I know, basically, in the community. I'm not sure if this is Wales or Scotland, so I'm gonna send Southern Scotland. Yeah, that is that Blinky game. I feel like I played pretty well. And it wasn't Wales and it wasn't Scotland. It was just Manchester. Right, round number 2 is gonna be Mexico, right? It's a pretty standard round. Nothing really to go off of. Let's just make sure it's actually Mexico. I think they're octagonal poles, single yellow line. Signs fit. I'm just gonna send like Zacatecas. I'm not sure. We're in the same region. It was Querétaro. No, it wasn't. Guanajuato. Right, we're in Thailand and we've got the 406, so let's immediately start looking for it. I'm pretty sure it's just near Bangkok somewhere. It's not, because the 4s are south, of course. 406 is there. Let's assume we're on the 406, maybe, unless it doesn't line up anywhere. Lines up here. That bends. It's either just down here somewhere, or we're on this road leading up to the 406. And we were we're on the wow, we were right on the end of the northern part. Crazy. Round number 4. No multipliers yet. Looks like a Turkey divided road. that doesn't really give me a lot of info. Does that say Barakan, Sarakan? Probably some clues that could help with region guessing, but I'm not really... I don't know which ones are the right one. I see Kendin Pishir. Kendin Ye. I feel like it's more this region somewhere. No multipliers yet. I'm just gonna slightly hedge it somewhere here. Could see it being closer to Hatay. It was very close to Hatay. Very nice guess by them. What was it actually that we were looking for? Yeah, nothing might actually have pointed towards a city. The dark red soil, close to Hatay. This is Japan. That might be a clue. I don't know it. It feels further south. Ever Islands. Ever like Okinawa Islands. I don't know. But I'm gonna send Kyushu. I could easily see it being Okinawa, but it was actually Mie. It's funny how I go very far south and they go very far north. How you sometimes completely interpret the rounds differently. Double damage Poland. Just feels very standard again. Sent slightly north. I feel like I've seen more of this landscape in that area, and it was... I like the fact that they're actually making crazy guesses, like dedicated to not a standard guess. And this is very bad. Why do I feel like I've seen this round before? I feel like I've seen this round in like a tournament that I hopped into to watch just like 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna send Indonesia and it turns out to be Mexico or something. Because the sun is also not telling me a lot. I think it's Indonesia with the... Guys, I don't know cars, I'm sorry. I think it's a blue car. We've got a narrow grey road and we've got all of this stuff along the road. I feel like that's just more Indonesian. Could it be anything Americas? I don't think so. Could it ever be something like Thailand? Maybe. This is so gonna be game. I just feel like the vegetation fits much better for Indonesia. And then with this dryness, you probably have to go Sundas as well. I don't see this being Sumatra or Java. And Indonesia is quite close to the equator, so it still kind of makes sense that the sun might be not that far north. I think I just gotta commit. I think I have to commit. 2.5 times damage. That's gonna be a game, right? Yeah. It was Muna Island. Alright, GG. We got the country again. And I didn't notice that I was kicked below 1500 elo somehow. Back above 1500. It's a good thing that I actually played and won 5 or 6 moving duels before this video, because otherwise we would have already been down to like 1450 elo. Alright, game number, what is it, 3 of the no moving games? It's either 3 or 4. I'm not too sure. We've been recording for 53 minutes, so at least it's a good sign that the no moving and no moving panning or zooming games could easily be fit into one one episode. One video. That one is... For some reason that doesn't look like a Canadian checkerboard sign, but this is surely Canada. I think I'm gonna go Quebec with the transformer not facing the road or being... Oh, unless that's the crossroad that is actually facing. Then it's probably BC. But it is Quebec. Okay, Saguenay. They go New York, so we pick up a quick 1140. But yeah, I just gotta work on the moving games. I probably need to just stop looking for clues too much, and then I can easily make that into 2 videos and then add a 3rd video with the no moving games, no moving and no moving penning or zooming. It's dry. We've got rock walls. I feel like it's just somewhere inland in this band. Good guess. Close to Valladolid. And I'm gonna say it once more. I'm actually pretty impressed with my guesses throughout this entire video. I haven't kept count of how many times I've even missed the country, but regardless of the results, it's been going pretty well. I feel like that's a mountain as well. This could be very far north, actually. This could actually be in the valleys near Arica. So just to hedge a bit, I'm gonna send in the Iquique Valley. Maybe I'm gonna send Arica. It's not Putre, that I know for sure, but is there anything that actually fits? That doesn't fit, I think. I could easily see it being up there. I could also see it being all the way down to like Chañaral, Copiapo. Was all the way near Arica. Okay. Probably would have never guessed there. We're right on the outskirts of the main city as well. Round number 4, Norway. It's lush, it's green. We've got, I think those are barren mountains as well. So I'm thinking this region could fit. Kind of a bit more inland. I'm just gonna send somewhere there. Could see it being further north as well. With the mountains, I think we're pretty good. We were pretty good. On the, can I get a road number? 70. Gonna try to remember it. On the 70, 1.5 times damage. We're in northwestern US, I think. Lambert Dome, Soda Springs, I don't know those. We've got front plates, as expected. Is this ever like Medicine Hat? Maybe. Wish we had bollards. Those are just... Okay, so those bollards, they're gonna be... Let me think again. Oregon, Idaho, Utah. And Colorado, I think. Lambert Dome. Let me take a look at the plates again. The issue is I think the plates actually only fit for Colorado. Probably gonna hedge just here. I wouldn't be too surprised if they did find it. It was California, okay. It was Yosemite. Definitely did not cross my mind. And unless you know the things that were on the sign, I don't think you're ever gonna find that. It's just Greece. We have normal antenna. So just go Athens. I pray it's not Ceres. Alexandroupoli. Or Rhodes. Feels like a bigger city. Agrinio. Chipping away. Get them below half health. But now we're on to the scarier multipliers and the scarier countries with Russia. I don't know. I'm so bad with the short antenna. It's A-type. Let me tell you that. And I feel with a road like this, you're probably going to be close to Moscow. If you've got this kind of construction going on. Let's just guess there. If you got this many lanes, the road quality is this good. I'd say Moscow. I could see it being further east. But we were on the right road. And they sent Italy. Okay, we win once more. Gain a bit more elo. Without you. Game number 4 of the no moving games. And this just... it just goes to show how good the players are that lose very, very rarely. Geo, Blinky, Debray. They've all lost just like 1 game. 2 games max. I don't get this round. Is it supposed to be Latvia? Are those thick signs? I feel like that's a Latvian sign. I think there's 5 stripes on the thing as well. Ending in As. Let's just go Riga. Guess at the same time. Yeah, but it just goes to show how consistent you have to play and how well you need to be able to region guess to win 99% of your games. It's massive respect. Again, this could be deceptively far north. I just feel with the this kind of plantation and the rockiness that it's going to be near Ovalle. Potentially up to Vallenar. So let's send La Serena. Yeah, it was Vallenar. Such a difficult region to guess, unless you maybe practiced 100 games on that specific region. I can never get it right, whether it's Vallenar or Ovalle, but at least I'm close most of the times. This is just Sweden. Can't read that place name. Slightly red road, but yeah, that's a bike path or pedestrian. Just a sidewalk. I feel like we're not too far away from all the business in the east. Interesting. We're just in Stockholm province, state. Number 4 is looking like Turkey with the layout of the road. This is another repeat for me. I don't think I've had this in one of my videos. Was it near Ankara? I feel like it might have been. And it's a good hedge anyway, so... Okay, good. That's good enough. Losing 9 points. 1.5 times damage. I think this is actually the Ukraine. Or is it actually Russia? Ooh, I can't tell. I mean, we've got short antenna, so... How likely is it to be Ukraine? Ah, this is not good. Because it does feel a lot more like the Ukraine to me. I'm gonna send Kharkiv. Wow. Petrozavodsk. Yeah, again, my knowledge with the antennas is not too good. I know that Odessa has short antenna and the general southern area. But I'm not too sure how much the... This is low cam, right? I'm throwing. Okay, good. That was so weird. Never seen a road like that in Switzerland. But what I was saying, yeah, the short antenna, like I said, of course, makes me edge towards Russia, but it just felt very Ukrainian. But it was Leningrad or Karelia. No, Petrozavodsk is in the one further south. Anyway, let's get to this this round. I was going to check this area first, because I feel like Morges, I should know, yeah, Morges is there. Zero south. Bière and Apple. Time zone Switzerland's not gonna matter that much. We're somewhere around here. There's Bière. All right. Where it matters, triple damage, Indonesia. I do not know my Kabupaten good enough. Belakang. Lampung. Thank you very much. Liwa. Luckily that one was easy. 3.5 times damage now. Looks like another Greenland, I was going to say. And this one I do know. I think this is one of the easier ones to know. The red car. It stands out. Let's hope they don't send Nook, but go even further north. Thinking it's an interesting one up there. I'm going to find out. They knew the general region. They just couldn't find the place it was. On to quadruple damage. Back in Northern America. No, it's Finland. I saw the red house and I was like, how is this the US? I can't read that. I can't read that. It's just like 54 or something. Black sign. So I'm gonna send somewhere here. It, like the hilliness and the greenness, kind of makes me want to go further west, but let's just send middle. Right outside Lati. They're 3 times as close and are gonna do 1200 damage. It's insane with these multipliers. 4.5 times damage. We're gonna be in the Baltics. It's Estonia. Tallinn is to the east. Haapsalu is 32. So let's go there. Quick 5k. A bit of estimating. 5 times damage now. I think these are French road lines. We've got the blue sticker as well. 5 times on France could easily be enough. Ferme de la Pomerèze. Po, as in. Do I trust it? Or like, I don't know what it means. It could just mean like pomegranate or something. This is tough. This is tough. This is tough. Simalo. Okay, so game number 4 against Without You is a pretty difficult one. Is this ever not Botswana and just South Africa? I've never seen these road lines before. Something K Forest Reserve. I gotta hedge. Kazuma Forest Reserve. That makes so much sense. That makes so much sense. If only I had more time to scan. And if only I had played 30,000 ACW games by now. But I don't. But then I might have known. This is Panama. Yeah. Lack of playing ACW. Because it is a... I'm not completely sure how many rounds there are, how many locks there are. I think 100,000 plus. But if you play it enough, there's going to be so much that you can actually remember. And if I just had more time, I would have scrolled all the way up to northern Botswana and potentially found it. We're heading out of Klaipeda. We're heading towards that to the north. Well, that's not right. That's not 3 kilometers. Round number 3. Why do I not know where this is? We've got front plates. Bijvecht Kinsman. So it's Ontario then. We've got a river to our south. I don't know. It was Newfie. Bijvecht. They go New Brunswick, which I wasn't considering because the transformers weren't facing the road. But now I know I gotta send Newfie then. I didn't even look at the plates, but they, well, since it was Newfie, they probably weren't Ontario plates. But luckily, there was no multiplier on round number 2. Here we go. Multipliers, Taiwan. Somewhere out east, I presume. Double damage heading into Jordan. It's green, it's hilly. I haven't learned Jordan, but when it's like that, I always go near Madaba. And it turns out to always be near Madaba. Two and a half times damage. Single white line. Probably Bulgaria or Romania. I think that is an actual Hungarian pole. And it kind of makes sense with these poles that you would expect near Serbia. But for some reason it's still... No, it's definitely still feeling Bulgarian to me. It's definitely Bulgaria, now that I take a second look at it. I'm gonna go northwest. North of Pleven. Interesting holy pole, but I guess it was just some kind of power line pole. Numbers all in the middle. It's not Hokkaido. can't read Japanese. I think that's another just kind of generic guardrail thing. It's probably going to be near Osaka or Tokyo again. We're actually on Kozushima. Good amount of damage. 3.5 times damage now. Could be Russia again. Belli, Andreapol. Andreapol and Bellier. I've got no clue where this could be. It's not too hilly. Let me check the antenna. It's B-type. I feel like we're not too far from Moscow. Again, the road quality is pretty good. But it's not going to be that far north either. Oh, there's Andreapol and Belay. I don't know how to say it. But there is an Andreapol. Is the other place here as well. I gotta trust that, surely. I'm gonna send it. I have to trust that. I keep forgetting what that is. I think it's a Y, Beli, but I can't find it. But I think we're there. Okay, I was on the wrong side, but we win the game. Wow, okay. GG's. So lucky to find that. That was all the games. We lost 3 NMPZs and we lost 2 No Moving Duels. So we won 5, we lost 5. That is pretty much how I expect these game modes to go until I've put in more practice. Sitting in 78th, won 16 out of 25 games. The NMPZ win rate, of course, not looking too great. But I want to thank you guys again for watching my video. I hope to see you guys soon again for week number 2, or maybe some random duels in between. I'll see you guys soon. Goodbye.